a Tea Party protest of the Internal Revenue Service's scrutiny of conservative groups outside the United States Capitol in 2013. Saul LoebAgence FrancePresse, Getty Images Washington. The Justice Department settled 2 lawsuits with conservative groups that claimed the Internal Revenue Service had unfairly scrutinized them during applications for tax-exempt status, Attorney General Jeff Sessions announced on Thursday. The government agreed to a multi-million-dollar settlement to resolve one lawsuit, which was brought on behalf of 428 groups, said Edward Greem, the lead lawyer for the plaintiffs. The government will not pay damages to the 41 groups in the second lawsuit, but the IRS acknowledged its conduct was wrong. The settlements were the conclusion of 2 legal battles that have dogged the IRS since the initial lawsuits were filed after a 2013 Treasury Inspector General's audit that found groups with Tea Party or Patriot in their names received more scrutiny over their applications for tax-exempt status. The revelations plunged the IRS into a firestorm that ultimately led to the ouster of its acting commissioner and prompted accusations that the agency was being used as a political weapon by the Obama administration. "There is no excuse for this conduct," Mr. Sessions said in a statement. "Hundreds of organizations were affected by these actions, and they deserve an apology from the IRS. We hope that today's settlement makes clear that this abuse of power will not be tolerated." The Justice Department statement did not cite a specific monetary figure, but Mr. Greem said his group was pleased with a 7-figure settlement and the decision. He declined to give a specific number, citing court paperwork that had not been filed. "What we wish the IRS would do is apologize, but the court can't make the IRS apologize," Mr. Greem said. Jenny Beth Martin, a co-founder of the Tea Party Patriots who met with Mr. Sessions this week, said in a statement that the decision on Thursday was a win for the Tea Party movement and for the First Amendment. The second lawsuit, in which the American Center for Law and Justice represented 41 groups in district court, was settled by apology and without monetary settlement because of the statute under which the groups brought their lawsuit. In a consent order filed on Wednesday, the IRS expresses its sincere apology for the heightened scrutiny and inordinate delays the groups experienced when filing tax forms from 2009 to 2012. In the agreement, the IRS also admits to being wrong in demanding unnecessary information from the plaintiffs and screening groups based on name or policy affiliation. This consent order represents a historic victory for our clients and sends the unequivocal message that a government agency's targeting of conservative organizations, or any organization, on the basis of political viewpoints, will never be tolerated. Jay Sekulow, a lawyer with the center, said in a statement. While the IRS acknowledged wrongly targeting groups based on political leanings, a report this month found that behavior crossed party lines. The Treasury Department's Inspector General reported that the IRS had also targeted groups with liberal and progressive leanings, flagging organization names with terms that include progressive and Occupy. Democrats celebrated the findings as confirmation that claims of partisan bias in the IRS were unfounded. The IRS initially apologized to the groups in 2013, and President Barack Obama later demanded the resignation of Stephen T. Miller, the acting IRS commissioner at the time. Republican legislators have continued to criticize his successor, John A. Koskinen, for his handling of the scandal's aftermath. Mr. Koskinen's term expires on November 12. On Thursday, President Trump announced his intention to designate David Cotter, the Assistant Treasury Secretary for Tax Policy, as acting IRS Commissioner. David will provide important leadership while we wait to confirm a permanent commissioner, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin said in a statement. A version of this article appears in print on October 27, 2017, on page 18 of the New York edition with the headline "U.S. Settles Suits with Tea Party Groups Over IRS Scrutiny."